Hello and welcome. This is Skillet coming to you from X4 Foundations on board of a Helios E. This is the first time I've actually showcased this ship. This ship looks amazing. Like, it really does. But today we're talking about piracy. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your eye patches, your peg legs, your hooks for hands. We're talking about piracy. And that means, well, I think there are three facets to piracy within X4 Foundations. Now we're going to talk about each one. Now the first one, from what you may have gathered, I did not purchase the ship. I'm actually negative with Paramig right now. In the new start because of this ship. I actually took a mission to capture a Helios, and during the boarding actions you have to take down the hard points, the turrets, the shields, the engines, which does have a negative effect on the rep. However, that brings me to part one of piracy.
Awaiting orders.
What I typically do. In the last stream and in a few other videos in the past, you have seen me have ships or have pilots bail from their ships. And I've used those ships for my own purpose. In the stream I did last weekend, that the main goal there was to get the Minotaur Raiders to build a raiding fleet or a boarding fleet, which we did, and it works. Exhibit A. Now you can do a lot with those ships. You can. Where is that? Where's our other little guy that we knocked off? Here we are. The Ares. Now we're gonna keep the Ares. Well, I'm gonna keep the Ares because it has 4 hard points for weapons. It's just going to be a little easier to help board ships or take down hard points. But what you can do, if you don't want the ship, you can sell all those hard points and then sell the ship. You're just going to take them to the wharf or the shipyard. You're going to say sell ship. I would get 950K for that ship. Just the Ares. There's no weapons on it. I haven't done the weapon placement for that yet. 950. Now, what we're going to do with the Helios, I'm going to sell its wares, which is basically just water, and then I'm going to sell the ship, because for this I am strictly trying to do more of an Argon-esque. So I don't mind boarding, taking, selling. However, this is a beautiful ship. I'm going to regret getting rid of it. It's also my first trader, large trader, I should say. A little hiccup there. But, I mean, the ship does look sharp. I mean, look at that. Just look at the angles. Everything about this ship, except for its weapons, are just kind of meh. Right? But, boarding. Making pirates bail. Call that the border. Right?
Entering second contact. 7.
And then there's the traditional kind of piracy. Now, there are two different thoughts on, well, not two different thoughts, but 2 different ways you can do this. Now, when I was trying to take this good old Helios E, I tried to actually get him to drop his wares, which is basically just all water. He refused, and then I boarded him, and I've got all his wares in his hull, right? But you can get ships to drop their wares. Medium, small, large traders, extra large. If you're going after a construction ship, you can have them drop their wares, take those wares, and then sell them. Now, if you go against a large to extra large, you, again, might have to attack those hard points, and you will lose rep. For each hard point, laser towers that they do drop, you can lose the rep If you don't care about the faction, not a big deal. Doesn't matter. If you do, there are ways to make it up depending on how far down you go down in rep. If you go past 15, it's going to take you a while. Can you do it? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We could do it with Zyarth right now, but it does take a while. And then stations. Now, this is a multi-pronged approach. I don't have teleportation, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to find the closest station. Because there are 3 things that you really need to do to make this work. What are you doing? Hey, there's one right there. There are 3 things that you need to do to make this work. Let's dock real quick and we'll do it. It's going to be easier if I show you. It can get messy. That is for sure. Oh, hello. Nice little dock.
Successfully done.
This might be the most expensive, especially if you're starting out, because you will need security, slicers, decryption, hacks. You're gonna need that full Monty, right? And now you can make them. Making them might be a little easier for you, especially if you're starting out. You get most of the parts from the Xenon, and we're gonna go over here real quick. So you're going to need the security decryption system. You're going to need security bypass and security slicer. You're going to need these 3. Now, you can also purchase them. Now, we might not actually be able to purchase it from this station.
Can I help? Here you go.
Find out. Programmable field array. No, but you have that, which is what I want. You have that, which is what I want. Yes. We are not able to buy it here, but you can buy them at free ports with Hatikva, pirate bases as well. You might be able to find them on some of the stations for the scale plate. You might not. Now, depending on what you do first, I don't think it really matters. It might be your personal preference. But we'll do it this way first. We're going to go to engineering section, because that's just the top one it had. There are 4 panels on the walls. Now, you can use your security decryption to hack into the storage system and have wares released. It's not going to do all of the wares, but it's going to do some of the wares, and it's going to do it throughout the station. So typically it's going to go roughly around these, so the storage units, and it can pop out of the E-docks or the large docks. I've had that a few times. So you're going to do that, and when it has danger, that means there are security vessels or the station's on an alert. So you might not be able to do it. Yeah, you can do it, but it's going to be risky, because that means they're going to automatically know, and they're going to go for your assets. Hello. Now, with these hacks you can do against the construction to stop construction, you can do you can get discounts and commissions off trades. You can also disable production modules, which can come in handy if you want one station to decrease its production once you get into that swing of building stations and building things on your own, or if you want to create a hole in a supply chain. But once you're done there, you're going to leave engineering, and we're going to go to security. Now, there are two things in security that we need to look at. First thing we need to... 4 modules again, or 4 displays. First one we're going to want security control panel. Now, this should stop drones and security, or the police within the space. So this should stop that from deploying and from being able to go after your trader that's in the space, that's taking these wares. After that, you want to stop its turrets. Because if the police and the drones don't swarm you, the turrets will open up. And if you have a medium trader, your medium trader's not having a good day. If it's having a day at all, it could just get destroyed. I've had that a number of times trying to do this. And again, you can, if you, as your sneaky selves want, you can take down their shields and take down their repair terminal. Now, you see that one has a duration of 5 hours. Most of these have 10 minutes. So if you want to take the wares, no matter which one you do first, I'm going to tell you probably do the ware drop first. Open up those storage units, get those wares to drop, and then come down and then disable the security. Because at that point, if your trader is far enough away, it's going to have time to come in, gather, get out. It's not a continuous drop for those wares, so pick them up, get out of there as quick as you can. I would advise actually using a large trader to actually gather those. You can do it in conjunction with a medium trader or even your personal ship, because it has a small cargo hold. Unless you have like a cormorant or a Prometheus, and then you can just gather what you want and get out. If you have the player HQ, you should have teleportation unlocked, at least level 1, which would get you from station to your ship in a timely manner. So you can dock, get out of your ship, tell your ship to fly to a certain area, and then hack the station. So, your traditional pirate, give me your wares. Drop what you have, they are now mine. Right? Stations and ships can deal with both of them. The third pillar of piracy, I think, might be overlooked the most. I certainly overlook it. There was a video done years ago by Wert, W-E-R-T, I believe is the name. He actually has voice acting roles in the game. He is a YouTuber. I don't know if he's posted anything recently or anything like that. But his video was more about, if I remember it right, his video was more about inventory items that you can find within asteroid belts, or leftovers from your miners taking down asteroids, like lodestone, spacefly eggs. What's the last thing? Unstable crystals? I have to be saying that wrong. Well, the contraband crystals, lodestone, spacefly eggs you can find. And then if you have the player HQ, you can actually take those inventory items, drop them off, have them deposited at your player HQ. You can then later go on, pick them up, and sell them. Last stream, last Saturday, and oh my gosh, is it a great thing? After a battle, had a commenter say, well, this is what I do to make some money, and it is great, actually. You can do it in any hot sector. Second contact flashpoint, so second contact 2 would be a great sector, mainly because of all the conflict. As long as you have at least the 2 different Paranid factions, unless you get the Dukes, but still, would be a great sector. You have the conflict that's going to happen around this gate. But not only this gate, but this gate with the Xenon. And you can see it. You have Xenon P. You have, defense. You got a Xenon P, a Xenon P. Xenon N, Xenon M. These two gates have a lot of space to collect from, because if the Parentids start coming through, they're going to try to build stations. Their traders are going to come through here every once in a while. That's where we got that Helios E, right here, actually. Have them drop wares, or if they get destroyed, come up and swoop in. I'm calling this the Vulture / Scavenger, because think about it. If you're coming upon the remnants of a battle, like right here, this is perfect prime example, right? I'm coming in here, I'm getting this stuff. Nobody wants that stuff. It's the leftovers, right? If there's wares, inventory items, whatnot, it's the leftovers. I'm picking at the bones here. These are now mine. Go on, deposit HQ, sell it, whatnot. Then, skill plate. Skill plate attacks stations, not like as a traditionary attack, but they do what we just talked about, hacking stations. They will, robot controlled, hack stations to drop their wares. Now, skill plate doesn't always gather all the wares, so you can swoop right in there, take what you need, take what you can get, and get out, right? That way you're not going to get attacked. You're going to get the free money, sell it, gain that rep, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I don't know why I had to say that. It just had to. I couldn't not say the lemon squeezy part. It felt wrong. Yeah. The Scavenger / Vulture. Because you can scavenge through the asteroid belts and pick what people didn't pick up. And you can pick on the bones of wrecks and stations to gather those wares. So that's kind of piracy in a nutshell. And if you're early game, pick this stuff up. Pick it. Well, it's gone now. Pick it up. It does disappear after a while. Here's one over here. Pick it up, because you can get money, even if it's a small amount. Every amount helps when you're in early game like we are right now. Because the Magellite, if that's even what you call it, you can get so much of it in just such a little time. I don't actually know how much I have. I know I sold a lot of it recently, but we're going to check.
Hello there. Can I help? Here you go.
Interface units as well. You get a lot of these. Now, one of my things is I keep at least 5 of everything. Look, I clicked too many times. And then space flags. You'll actually buy those. Space flags you might not be able to sell depending on your rep. But yes, 46. And you're gonna find crates of like 46, 50 all over the place. And you can sell it. Because look how much money we've just made, right? We're gonna get all that. So look, that's $500,000 right there. That's $500,000. If you're doing that with the crystal mining, the node mining from the asteroids, you're making money. And if you get a trader and you start sopping up all those little crumbs, that's just more money in your pocket. So be that scavenger. Be that vulture.